those bar chords hurt, but I need to know them. And that's why you're here. You probably need to know how to play bar chords. And there are several that are necessary in very common guitar song keys, like the F chord in the key of C, the F sharp minor in the key of A, the B minor in the key of D, the B seventh or the B chord in the key of E, and the C sharp minor chord in the key of E. And if you don't know these chords, you're going to be stuck, because you will need to use them. And sometimes people go to a capo when they give up playing bar chords, and then they get stuck because they stop learning chords. So the thing is, this is one of the most difficult hurdles you need to overcome, is playing bar chords. It's one of the most painful ones too, aside from your early guitar playing. But at this point, I assume you've got some calluses on your fingers, and you've graduated to the point of where you really need to learn these, but you're just kind of frustrated and tired of trying and not succeeding. So there are a couple things here. I'm going to go over the chords you need to know, but right here is a video on how to make it easier to either set up your guitar and do things that make it easier to play bar chords. There are 5 strategies here that will help. So let's get right to it. I'm going to start with probably the easier of the ones. The most difficult one is the F, because it is down here next to what's called the nut, and the string tension is at its highest right here because of that. So if you come up here to the C sharp minor, that is one of the easier ones to get started with. Now, the first thing is a minor chord, like the A minor is like this. The first thing you have to learn is how to play that chord with 3 other fingers. Instead of 2, 3, 1, you go 3, 4, 2. So start with that, and then move it up to where this is on the 5th fret for the 2nd finger on the B string at the 5th fret, and the 3 and 4 finger on the D and G strings on the 6th fret. Okay, so now you've got A, B minor, C minor here. Now, to do the bar chord, you need to take your first finger and go across the 4th fret from the A string, the 2nd string from the top, and all the way down to the bottom, because you need to hear this string, the A string, which is the C sharp root in the C sharp minor, and the 4th fret of the E string, the G sharp, which is part of the chord. Now that's difficult the first time you do it, but it's a lot easier than the F chord. So let's stick with the C sharp minor. That's the form for the C sharp minor. Now, there are ways you can cheat, and I'm going to give you one right now. You don't have to play the bar. You can put your first finger here, and the E string can be open because it's part of the C sharp minor chord. So now you've learned a C sharp minor without having to do the bar, but I want to encourage you to learn the bar like that. You don't play the bottom E string on the C sharp minor because you need that new root. So there's the C sharp minor. Now you can do the C sharp minor 7th, which is a little easier by taking your little finger off. And you can see the chord chart up here showing how it's played. It's like an A minor 7th down here, or you may be used to it that way if you've done minor 7th chords. A minor 7th. So you have your full bar C sharp minor, the no bar C sharp minor, the C sharp minor 7th like that, and now there's another way to play the C sharp minor 7th, which is similar to this one, but you can take your 2nd finger off and just use 3 fingers. That actually is a proper C sharp minor 7th chord. Has the same notes as this, just a little different voicing. Now your 2nd chord, logically following it, is to take your C sharp minor full bar and bring it down here to the 2nd fret. That's B minor. in the key D. So the B minor is like that. You can do the B minor 7th version, as you did with the C sharp minor up here, B minor 7th, like that. In a pinch, you can do the B minor like the C sharp minor without the bar, but it may not fit the song, because that, even though the E note is in most of the keys B minor is used in, it adds a tension on it you may not want. So again, you need to learn to get that first finger bar down on the 5 strings, particularly the first and the first down here and the 5th string here. There's the B minor. Now the B 7th chord, you can do the B 7th this way, but if you're learning bar chords, this is going to be real handy, because when you come up here, and you want to play the blues, you got to know that B 7th chord. That's a necessary chord, the B 7th, because in the E blues, B 7th, and then the B chord, which is much more difficult than the B 7th. And again, you can cheat on the B and do like you did on the B minor, but it sounds really odd. And now the F sharp minor. It's like an E minor, and you need to learn to play your E minor down here with the 3rd and 4th and just slide that up. But that is a full 6-string bar. Again, that video I have on bar chords will help you a lot in this situation, because that requires a lot of tension with the first finger. And you can see my 2nd finger pushing down, my elbow pulling the guitar back, my thumb squeezing it. F sharp minor. Again, it's a D, F sharp minor, E. You can do some things with the F sharp minor, such as this. On some of the 6-string bars, you don't need that low string. You can just not play it or mute it, like here. Do the same form, like that, or the full one, or that. Once you can do this, it's easier to graduate to the full bar. Now the tough one, the F chord, and the F is necessary in C, because F chord. So the F. Now we're going to start with the simple F, which is the bottom 4 strings. And you're just barring 2 strings with the first finger. And now we're going to go to the 2nd step on the F chord, which is, again, taking the E and moving it up like this. Now, again, you can't play that E note because that sounds really bad on it. Like that. And now, if your fingers have the strength, you can apply the full bar. Again, if you're playing a song in the key of C, and know it, once you learn the F, you're going to play the G bar chord. Now, like anything else on guitar, it's going to require a lot of practice and repetition. It's going to hurt your fingers. So start slowly. Again, check out that video on how to make it easier to play bar chords. And candidly, it's much easier to learn bar chords on an electric guitar because the strings are different gauge and height from the fretboard, and the electric guitar is much easier to learn bar chords on. But if you don't learn them on acoustic guitar, it will significantly inhibit your ability to play songs you want to play. And if you go to a capo, then you've just given up, and that's up to you. You can do that, and you'll be playing the same only 6 chords you know for the rest of your life. I see that with many players, and they get frustrated because they cannot easily learn songs. They cannot play the chords they want to play and get frustrated. So you either get the frustration now with learning the bar chords and the reward later, or you don't learn your bar chords and be frustrated for the rest of your guitar playing career. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it's been helpful, and please like and subscribe.